and welcome to Trailersodes episode 15. I'm Kelvin.
And I'm Robert.
Thank you for joining us today. Today we're diving, it's a Trailersodes first. We're diving onto a Netflix trailer. See You Yesterday. No, I didn't just have a stroke. That's what the movie's called. This is a Spike Lee joint going to Netflix. I gotta say, this looks interesting. I am a massive fan of time travel, so
I kind of feel like the time travel thing is being used too much.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like even though it makes sense in this movie, I probably like the gimmick is there. Like time travel is the gimmick, but the message is stronger than what the gimmick is.
Mm-hmm.
So sure. I like the message that's going on in the movie. That part is great, but the whole time travel thing, it's like I've seen it so times. It's like I can
have
almost
proton packs.
I can almost anticipate what's going to happen in the movie because of it. And also, I don't understand. At one point, she says, "We only have 2 more jumps." I'm like, "Why would you only have 2 more jumps?"
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to create some kind of their own logic. Maybe the power of the packs. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know how that's. Yeah. And
also, messing with time obviously has its negative things. So I'm seeing that pop up in it. I'm seeing, but at the same time, from the look of the movie and the feel of the movie, even though there's some dark, I want to say dark subject matter, it seems like because of the tone of the movie, things are going to work out in the end somehow. So
yeah.
Like I almost prefer a darker look to the movie.
But and like not kids.
Well, you can still have the kids. Definitely still have the kids, which makes it even darker.
Well, that's the problem. People are afraid to go dark with kids after the movie.
What about it? That movie was crazy. What about it? It was pretty dark.
Was it though?
Yeah, there's a clown. You're right. I just wish this movie would go. Like, I don't know. It does look like I would watch this, but I feel like it could be so much better if it was darker and it had like almost a negative ending as opposed to like everything works out okay ending. Like we see those so many times. I want to see something a little more realistic because life. I mean, this should kind of mirror life, and then the circumstances they're talking about in this movie that happen all the time.
Very real consequences.
There's real consequences. Bad things happen. It's not a happy-go-lucky time afterwards, and everybody gets to hug and you know ride unicorns down the street. It doesn't happen.
I'm getting a damn unicorn. You just wait.
Just doesn't happen. Yeah.
So I guess this trailer, there is a family. 2 of the kids are apparently geniuses because they're building time traveling backpacks. The older brother gets gunned down by a police officer, and they want to go back and stop
because he takes his phone out of his pocket. I don't know how many times I see that. How upset I get.
Yeah.
I know. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no. I hear you.
I understand the police were trained to look for something in your hand that looks like a gun, but it's always a cell phone. It's like, oh, come on, not another person died because they were holding a cell phone.
So it's a very real subject, but like I kind of agree with everything Robert's saying. Where they're going to take it, probably, you know.
It seems obvious, so it's almost like, well, watch it if you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and hey, I maybe Spike Lee will surprise us because Inside Man surprised the hell out of me. That was amazing. So we'll see. You know, maybe he's got something up his sleeve with this one.
Which one would you prefer? Would you prefer the darker ending, or would you prefer a happy ending?
Oh, darker for sure. Because, like you said, they're dabbling in so many things. If they go back and save them, things can't stay the same. You know, because time travel supposedly has consequences.
Yeah, even if they save him, though, the world is still the same. So it's like you did it for nothing.
Yeah,
you did it for personal, gain as opposed to changing, the world for better. So I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though. I'm gonna see it now just to see if they go happy-go-lucky.
If nothing else, this trailer definitely makes you think about what's going on out there. which is, I'm sure it was the movie is supposed to do.
Yes, for sure. And there's a lot of people who are unaware that it still goes on because it's out of the news now.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I'm sorry to say it, and I hate saying things like this because it makes me feel like I'm being rude to people, but there's a lot of naive people out there.
Yes.
Who just don't realize the reality of where they're living. There's
it's over now because the news no longer reports it. People no longer get shot.
Yeah, it's no.
Yeah, it's still a very real issue. Okay, and that's a sad trailer show. Go watch some trailers, people.